Hey guys, welcome back. It is 9 a.m. on Friday, so this will be day 6 of our journey. And we were getting ready to head out of Ouray, Colorado, headed down the $1 Million Highway for Durango. So, going to enjoy some of the scenery. And then you guys will get to follow us along, so you'll see where we go after that. But we're going to be doing some exploring in the Southwest today and tomorrow before we have to head back home Sunday and Monday. So, we're going to enjoy ourselves. We got everything loaded up again, ready to go. Some nice views of the mountains, although the sun is coming in from that side. There's a nice little river right over there at the base of that mountain, hill, whatever you want to call it out here, that you could hear running all night long. It was actually pretty cool. So, if you're ever in Ouray, Matterhorn Inn, really nice little place. They got a lot of neat stuff on Main Street. So we went down there last night and had dinner and kind of walked around a little bit. So we're gonna get on the road and see where the road takes us today. So follow along. See you in a bit. Welcome back, everyone, and thank you for watching. If this is your first time here on my channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button. And if you're enjoying the videos, please don't forget to rate them when they're all over with. I haven't done much narration in this series of videos, and today was day 6 of our trip out west. We took this trip after Madison graduated from high school. She's getting ready about a week after the trip ends to leave for Army training. So it was a chance for us to get out together and do something neat for her graduation from high school and get a chance to ride in some areas that we haven't seen before, haven't ridden through. A lot of the areas in this video, this was the first time I personally myself had been through some of these areas, and you can see that's looking back on Ouray, Colorado, as we're coming out of town. This particular day we left Ouray in the morning, beautiful day, and if you hadn't caught it from the title, a lot of these roads, US 550 headed south out of Ouray, you can see guardrails are definitely optional here, and the shelf roads like this, even though Madison is an excellent rider, made her rather nervous, and it's understandably so, because you think about the mistakes that you could potentially make and where they could end you up. But as you can see, the scenery was beautiful, and it has taken me some time to get these videos edited, because just this particular day there were probably over between 50 and 75 different film clips that I had to go through, and a lot of them I didn't use, especially from the helmet camera, because the video quality is not quite as good from the helmet camera. You can't quite see as much, but the scenery and the views were absolutely amazing. So if you ever get the chance to take a trip out west, the mountains in Colorado, the deserts in the Southwest, we started the morning, like I said, in Ouray, and headed south on US 550 toward Durango. So the beginning of this video, you're going to see us go through US 550 down through Silverton, Colorado, and then on into Durango, where we stopped for gas, and then we headed west on 160 and made a stop at Four Corners National Monument, which Four Corners is interesting because it's actually run by the Indian Reservation. It's on the Indian Reservation. It's run by the Indian Reservation, and that was really neat. And then we left Four Corners and meandered our way on a bunch of different 2-lane roads so that we could come from the north down into Monument Valley. And we stopped at Mexican Hat Rock, which you'll see later on in the video, which was just kind of neat. It was a good place. It was a nice place to stop, and we got some photos. And it was Madison's first chance to take her adventure bike off-road, even though it was a sandy dirt road. It was rather rough. She was doing great. The poor Valkyrie was taking a heck of a shaking on the washboard, but it was a neat little side trip. And then we went down, got stuck in traffic, unfortunately, in Mexican Hat. As you're coming out of Mexican Hat, Utah, which you'll see a shot of it in the video, you head down a hill and then you make a sharp 90-degree corner to cross a bridge going out of town. And somebody coming into town either was, I don't know what happened, they were going too fast or something. They didn't make the 90-degree corner, and they ran head on into the rock bluff. And hopefully that poor soul is all right. I don't know who they were, but while we were in Mexican Hat getting gas, we heard the helicopter land to airlift that person out of the accident scene, and we had to wait for them to presumably stabilize them and load them into the helicopter and do all that. So we were sitting in traffic for probably an hour and a half to 2 hours by the time they finally got the helicopter off the ground, and then rotated traffic through in both directions because they were still working the accident scene, so it was still down to one lane. And then we went south through Monument Valley, made a quick stop at Forrest Gump Point, which is the place where Forrest Gump stopped running in the movie, which is kind of neat, just something to see along the way, and got to enjoy the scenery going south through Monument Valley. And then unfortunately our initial plan was to ride out to the Grand Canyon and camp at Grand Canyon National Park for the night. But by the time we got through Monument Valley and got down to, I don't remember the exact name of the town south of Monument Valley, unfortunately it was getting too late in the day to try to make it to Grand Canyon, get something to eat along the way, set up camp, do all the things that we were going to need to do that evening. So we made the decision to stop, just to go ahead and stop and get a hotel room, which actually turned out to be a really nice decision, because the hotel we stopped at was part of the Indian reservation, and it was a beautiful hotel. It was equivalent to a Hilton. Just excellent, beautiful hotel, but it was part of the Indian reservation. It was run by the reservation. Found a nice little restaurant to get some dinner, and then just kind of relax for the evening. The upside, it put us roughly an hour from Grand Canyon National Park, so it allowed us, you'll see on the next video, day 7, it allowed us to get up and get an early start to get out to Grand Canyon, because at this point, I think this particular day, if I remember correctly, we're somewhere in the 350 mile range for the day. The next following 3 days are 3 consecutive 500 plus mile days. So please stay tuned for those videos. The videos from days 8 and 9 are going to kind of run together, because that was more of a run to get home, and I'll fill you in on the whole story when you get to those, so please, keep an eye out for those to come up. But this particular day, the scenery is just absolutely beautiful, and that's why there's a lot of short clips later in this video. But that's why, because I was just trying to capture views of the scenery, but I knew that long video clips were going to make this video exceedingly long, and there's no good way to really speed through some of them, but I was trying to get you some of the best views of what we were seeing as we went. So I hope you enjoy the video, guys. Like I said, please do me a favor, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, share the videos, rate them for me. And if you have any questions about the trip, please drop them down in the comment section. I try and answer the questions as I see them come in. So I really appreciate all you guys for watching these videos. It makes the time that it takes to edit them and put them out there for you completely worth it. Well, our next update, it's 11 in the morning. We are now in Durango, Colorado. Going to stretch and get some gas real quick. We rode US 550 from Ouray down to Durango, and then we're going to hit 160 and head west. So, Maddie, what do you think of the $1 Million Highway? She is definitely not a fan of roads with no guardrail and steep drop-offs. So, but it was a beautiful ride nonetheless. So we'll see you here in a bit. about 1:20 in the afternoon. We're at Four Corners National Monument. Maddie's enjoying the. We went from 60 degrees this morning, then up through the mountains down to about probably 25 because there was still snowpack, and then now it's 80 degrees out in the desert. So we're enjoying the scenery. We're going to head to Monument Valley next, and then down toward Grand Canyon National Park. So we'll see you along the way. getting stuck in traffic. Today there's an accident down there at the bridge down the bottom of the valley, and so we're stuck here on the hill coming out of Mexican Hat, headed into Monument Valley. And there is absolutely no good way around other than the way we came in. So, lovely. It's one of those things, you can't control it, so we're just gonna deal with it. Maddie's sitting here eating a pack of chips, and we're just gonna sit here and relax. So, worst comes to worst, we got the Hat Rock Inn right there, and there's a couple campgrounds right around here. We just stay here tonight.
Oh no, I'm not gonna go in there. It's too hot.
She said she's not gonna camp here, it's too hot. It probably gets cold at night. But yeah, it's definitely a little warm. Well, guys, there we go. Sorry, but I forgot to finish out day 6 last night. So just to give you a heads up on yesterday, we rode it was about 350 miles yesterday. I forgot to reset my trip meter first thing yesterday morning. As a matter of fact, I'll do that now. And I had 325 miles on the trip meter, and I think we were about 30 miles, 25, 30 miles down the road before I forgot to reset it. So roughly 350 miles yesterday. $1 Million Highway, you saw that. Down to Durango, then out to Four Corners, up through Monument Valley. Had a car accident that we had to deal with. So we didn't make it all the way to the Grand Canyon, but we did stop in Tuba City, Arizona for the night, and that puts us an hour from the Grand Canyon. So stay tuned, guys. We will see you the morning of day 7.